Welcome to Indianapolis, Indiana. Hi, my name's Mackenzie and I love to travel. We're about to kick off kind of a mini Midwest road trip starting here in Indiana. We just got here from Denver and we're heading to Cincinnati tonight. Behind me you can see Monument Circle, which is pretty much the heart of downtown Indianapolis. It is a monument that celebrates veterans and volunteer work here in Indiana. We're going to walk around, explore a bit, grab some lunch, and then head off to the state capitol to see one more stop before heading down to Cincinnati. You can't tell by the massive building behind me, we officially made it to Indiana's state capitol here in Indianapolis. I'm going to walk around and share some fun facts with you about the state of Indiana. Arguably, the thing Indianapolis is most famous for is the Indy 500 race, which happens at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway here in the city. I visited it when I was younger. We're not stopping here on this trip, but it's definitely a place I would recommend checking out. Give us a fun fact about Indiana.
Mackenzie told me it was the 19th state.
If you've ever written a letter to Santa Claus at the North Pole, chances are it actually ended up in Indiana in a town called Santa Claus, Indiana. Timing in Indiana must be pretty weird compared to the rest of the country because not only is it one of 13 states to be divided into 2 different time zones, but they also don't do daylight savings, meaning that they don't jump forward an hour or fall back an hour. Indiana's official nickname is the Hoosier State. Go Hoosiers! Kissing my skin. I'll be back in Indiana in about a week to spend more time up in the northern part of the state, but for now we're beginning our week-long mini road trip adventure in Ohio. I'll see you in Cincinnati. In Ohio, can you go to the Montgomery Boathouse Inn to try some of Cincinnati's favorite food. So you come here on the riverfront to try some barbecue and classics from this amazing state. I like it. It's not that spicy.
It's really good.
Second day in Ohio was spent at Kings Island Amusement Park, which, if you couldn't guess by the fact that it's an amusement park, means I did not bring my camera. But I'm going to use some pictures and videos that I took to help share the story of our day at Kings Island. Now, Kings Island has a ton of significance in my family as one of the amusement parks that my mom and all of her siblings grew up going to. So I've heard stories of all of the coasters and fun things to do told for generations. Now, the amusement park is most famously known for their ride, The Beast, which is the longest wooden roller coaster and has been since its opening in the 1970s. Now, this ride is over 4 minutes long, and I will say it did not disappoint. Though personally, I think Mystic Timbers, which is like an updated version of The Beast, is the better ride. Most notably, though, is the Eiffel Tower that stands at the center of the park, which is really surreal to see since I personally visited the Eiffel Tower about a year ago in Paris, France. Now, the one in Kings Island is only about a third of the height of the one in Paris, but it still feels so tall, especially standing above all of the roller coasters and heights in the park. So one of my favorite things to do when I'm in a new city is try some of the cuisine, and even though we were at a theme park, I wasn't going to pass up the opportunity to try some of Cincinnati's favorites, which include Skyline Chili and Grater's Ice Cream. Now, personally hated Skyline chili. The cinnamon flavored chili over fries, maybe the worst thing that I have ever eaten in my life. And putting cinnamon chili on top of spaghetti, even worse. So with that being said, the much more appetizing option for ice cream is Grater's ice cream. Please, please, please try their black raspberry chocolate chip ice cream. It will be one of the best things you have ever tried. Even Taylor Swift likes their ice cream. Yes, you heard me right. This ice cream is Taylor Swift approved. Try it if you are in Cincinnati. Obviously, you can't just get it at the theme park. They have tons of locations all around the city. Try it, please. It is the one thing I recommend in all of Cincinnati. Try this ice cream. Morning, Cincinnati. We're here for our last morning in Ohio, and we're walking around not only the downtown, but the bridge into Kentucky to find some coffee.
Back to 2014, and I think that she knows it. If you've seen her, I know that you would believe it, 'cause I know that you'd want her to. Yeah, I do. Everyone's taking their shot, but missing out on the cut. I think she knows that she drives them crazy when she's looking like that. The way she's moving makes them want it so bad. It's the attention that we wish that we had. Yeah, it's almost cruel, 'cause I want her to. Oh yeah, I'm running in circles just to make her react. My heart is racing, yeah, I want her so bad.
We made it to Covington, Kentucky. We found this super cute coffee shop called the Left Bank Coffee. We're gonna sit here, eat a scone, take a little sip of chai, and then head back into Ohio. But don't worry, because we're heading to Kentucky later today to stay for a longer period of time up in Louisville. Using flying pigs as decor might seem super out of place for almost every other city in the world, but one of Cincinnati's nicknames is actually Porkopolis because of the hog slaughtering happening in the 1900s here when the population boomed. That's why you can see behind me these little flying pig statues.
She's looking like that. The way she's moving makes them want it so.
Directly behind me you can see Sawyer Point, which is part of the Ohio River Walk, which obviously follows the Ohio River down the waterfront of Cincinnati, Ohio. Now we already did part of the river walk when we were going to the Montgomery Boathouse restaurant, which is one of the most famous in all of Cincinnati. So I don't think we're gonna go walk around it today. Instead, we're gonna go back to the hotel, pack up our stuff, and head off to Kentucky. I'll see you in Frankfort.